Wendy's had always been a safe haven for Alex. After a long day at work, nothing felt better than biting into a juicy burger and savoring the crisp fries. The Wendy's on Main Street was a familiar spot, a place of comfort. But that was before things started to change. It began subtly. Alex noticed a new employee, a tall, gaunt man with deep-set eyes that seemed to pierce through anyone who dared to make eye contact. His name tag read, Isaac. Isaac was quiet, almost too quiet, and moved with an eerie grace that seemed out of place in a fast food restaurant. One evening, Alex walked into Wendy's, ready for his usual meal. The atmosphere felt off. The usual hum of conversation was absent, replaced by an unsettling silence. Isaac stood behind the counter, his eyes fixed on Alex with an intensity that made him uneasy. "Welcome," Isaac said, his voice a raspy whisper. "What can I get for you tonight?" Alex stammered his order, trying to shake off the feeling of dread. As he waited, he noticed something strange. The other employees, whom he recognized from his frequent visits, were nowhere to be seen. Instead, a group of unfamiliar faces moved mechanically in the kitchen, their expressions blank. When his food arrived, Alex couldn't help but notice the burger looked different. The patty was darker, almost blackened, and the lettuce had a peculiar, wilted appearance. Hesitantly, he took a bite. The taste was off, metallic and bitter. He quickly spat it out, his stomach churning. "Is something wrong?" Isaac asked, appearing suddenly at his table. "Yeah, this doesn't taste right," Alex replied, pushing the tray away. Isaac's lips curled into a sinister smile. "Perhaps it's an acquired taste." Feeling increasingly uncomfortable, Alex decided to leave. As he stood up, he glanced towards the kitchen. Through the small window, he caught a glimpse of something horrifying. The other employees, their faces now contorted in grotesque masks of pain, were preparing food with a mechanical precision. One of them turned, revealing hollow, soulless eyes and a mouth stitched shut. Panic rising, Alex bolted for the door, but Isaac was already there, blocking his path. "Leaving so soon?" he asked, his smile widening to an unnatural degree. Alex shoved past him, the door slamming behind him as he sprinted to his car. His heart raced as he fumbled with his keys, finally managing to start the engine. He sped away, glancing back only once to see Isaac standing in the doorway, watching him with those piercing eyes. That night, Alex couldn't sleep. The image of those twisted faces haunted him. Determined to understand what he'd seen, he returned to Wendy's the next day, but the building was boarded up, a "closed for renovation" sign hanging on the door. Confused and scared, he asked around, but no one had seen or heard of any renovations. In fact, many people claimed the Wendy's had been closed for months. Desperate for answers, Alex searched online, eventually stumbling upon a news article from years ago. It detailed a tragic fire at the Wendy's on Main Street, which had claimed the lives of several employees. The article included a photo of the victims. Among them was Isaac, the manager, whose eyes bore the same piercing intensity Alex had seen the night before. Realization dawned on him with chilling clarity. The Wendy's he'd visited wasn't just a place of business. It was a haunt, a remnant of a past tragedy trapped in a loop of perpetual horror. The Isaac he'd met was no longer among the living, but a restless spirit, bound to the place where he'd perished. From that day on, Alex never ate at Wendy's again. The memory of that night lingered, a constant reminder that some places, no matter how familiar, hold secrets better left undisturbed.